Hello, everybody. Welcome back to OSL. It has been a great long break. We had our Christmas period just commence, and it was a lovely time. I'm joined by the big Hasso, and I might give you the chance to introduce what we're doing today, big fella, because it is quite a big day for us.
Yes, absolutely. So we have unfortunately had a team unfortunately not being able to participate in Division 2. So today we have a play-in, a bit like the NBA for some who may watch, is teams will participate to, take on to the next round. So this is a best of 3 to get in to the Division 2. So this is going to be both teams be fighting for their life to get in here, and I know I haven't seen both sides, but I do know Severance have been scrimming a lot, so this will be a really entertaining one to watch, Jarms, and I think we're going to have a really good selected amount of games on our hands here.
No, beautifully said, big fella. With that, it does bring us to what is Division 2. And Division 2 is basically Academy for our OG viewers. Now, if you weren't around for Academy was a system that was implemented for our younger, newer teams. This season, we had a total of 14 teams that were newly made, which 4 actually were not able to participate in this current Division 2. We have now moved down to 2 of those teams. Now you see Severance and Ancestor. Those were 2 of those 4 teams. So we are slowly bridging that. Now, the idea is to primarily focus on making the hype really anticipated for Division 1. But aside with that, we want to make sure the younger players coming up can make a kind of a relegation system for the future, as they would say. So where we can bring in the new players and bring them up and down, and sort of how you would see in English soccer, if you're familiar with that. But no, without further ado, Hasso, it is time. It has been long. I'm rambling. Let's get into it. Severance versus Ancestor. Ancestor being the Thai team. We are playing Killer first. They did pick the Blight Suffocation Pit. Division 2 balancing. Does look a bit different these days. It's not natural. Suffocation Pit 1 Blight is pretty common, although, with that being mentioned. So, no, I guess we'll just have to get into it and see. But we do run the pop, the fabled pop, eruption, Caller Brian, and Corrupt. And we got Summer Wind on the killer here, who is the killer for Ancestor, if I did not say that before. And I was just looking for a stealth down here on the 10 side of the map. Don't seem to be able to find anything. So actually, really good start for Severance here. We're actually able to cross slowly, hopefully down that 3 side. We do catch out someone down behind that rock there. I believe that was Ruthless Gem on the Nancy. And I think that might be Deli. We see everyone just hiding behind the rock. And oh my goodness, we saw about 3 survivors there, Archie.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be all unlucky being auto-aimed. So far, so good. They have been able to... Summer's been able to find a few survivors, and we are going to get rid of a couple pellets here. So, Jarms, this is... I mean, getting rid of these main... we're going to greed here. So, we are seeing Unsocial take the chase here onto main, and... playing this killer, you need to get your downs fast, because this is a killer where if you don't get your downs fast, like any, but especially on Blight, it's going to be hard for the Blight player to come back. So we are going to have to play this chase for as long as possible, and Unsocial's going to have to play for his life here, and he is going to go down, unfortunately, here on the top side of the map. But we did see in the background a reset did come here, did come onto Ruthless Gem. So far, they do have a little bit of gen progress going, but they're going to really have to get themselves out of a little bit of a hole here that, obviously getting found early on is not great. So, but, right now their best bet is to just sit as many gens as possible and not give away free tags. That is the best thing you can do on the Survivor side. And, I mean, so far, Jarms, I mean, how do you put this so far for a start from both sides of the table? How do you put it really?
I've got a lot to get out, and I'm trying to get out as quick as I can and as coherent as I can. At the very start, we noticed a tag on a Ruthless Gem who had the medkit, which actually did turn out to be, well, I'm assuming would be the Deliverance player. I'm not too sure, but he did have the medkit, which we did notice. He was able to reset himself for free, which then sat old V-Links and another bloke on a gen. They are splitting the gens, which is good. We are going to get a tag up on the 7 here, recently acquired on this team. Actually has been in the group for a while, actually. That is just straight up finish alive. But yeah, we are going to life top here. I think the death location is to try and die as far top as we can. But no, it was a good chase from Unsocial. Unsocial was the DS as well. Archie, I don't know if you peaked that as well. But yeah, a bit of an unfortunate event for for Summer Wind here. But yeah, we are able to actually make main. So Seven actually holding some good distance. This is beautiful to see. You really good chase. This fella was dropped by on social at the start of the game, but we have had two really nice chases in some really good dev spots, and that's what you love to see. That's what the picks for the killer pool for Division 2 were. We are seeing a double on the mid. We are going to pop that no matter what happens, which is really, really lovely to see. We create a 3-3 split here, just to rip, off the rip, Archie, and, you know, this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. We saw, I believe 7 was working on, unironically, 5, so someone should pick that up. And then someone should be playing for pool, and maybe someone sits on Shaq, bro. It's a really good start here. It's a really good start for Severance. Yeah, I would say Severance are definitely in the driver's seat right now. Unless we find big Ruthless Gem for the second time out of nowhere. Ruthless Gem, baby. We need to work on the stealth. Hit through the pallet as well on the ping. That's that tie to OCE matchup coming in there. And we have to use this pop, I think, on 7. This would be good here. I think we just kick 7. Oh, sorry, we just kick 5 and maybe go back. But he wants more. He's a bit greedy. He's decided to go back now, though, Archie. And I'd still say, depending on how this next interaction on the unhook goes, whatever the decision may be from the survivors, it's, you know, it's going to decide the fate of this game, because it could go either way right now after that, you know, little fine on Ruthless Gem.
Absolutely. I mean, look, you have to play your cards correctly. You really, especially against such a strong killer, you cannot give away your free hits. And, you know, so far they've got really good gens done. I mean, there's not really a strong... I mean, there obviously is the 3 gens on the top side and the 2 on the bottom left, but to be completely honest, they're in a fairly damn good spot so far. They need to get this unhooked. They do go second, so 7 will go second here, but yeah, we really do need to see some pressure. And V-Lynx is going to be giving away a tag, and, you know, obviously he's going to... So we're going to go back straight for the tunnel. So far, this has been very good. We don't have a reset yet onto 7, but our best bet is to just die towards the very bottom of the map, and that looks like the plan here. So, you know, we do get hit through the pallet, so the pallet doesn't get dropped now. There could be a survivor here for a pallet save. I don't think so, but that will be 7 out of the game with 3 gens remaining. So, I mean, so far, Severance has got to play their cards to the best of their ability. It's going to come down to every, you know, step that they take, and, you know, a couple rushes here, but, you know, combing how many rushes are left and making important calls like that can be a complete game changer, and that's what we're going to have to see on the side of Severance. They're going to have to really play this 3v1 jumps out their best of their ability, because the truth is, you versus a killer of this strength, it's not going to be easy. And, you know, truth be told, you give away free tags, you give away free, you know, stealth locations. It can change a game in a matter of seconds. So, I mean, really, both of these sides are having something here to play with, and I'm not too sure what the survivors are up to right now. If we could have a quick look over to them, if that's okay. So we do spot 2 actually towards the bottom of the map. So that'll be V-Lynx and Unsocial. So, you know, playing this fairly well. V-Lynx is just going to greed this and gets hit through the pallet. Now, remember, keep in mind, everybody, that this is a ping matchup. So your best bet is to just drop the pallets and run away. And unfortunate there for V-Lynx. Now, V-Lynx is playing this fairly well now. We are going to get away now. V-Lynx is running to an active gen, I believe, or it's already been popped by, Unsocial. So this is very well, good little chase here from V-Lynx to buy time. Now, he has to just buy as much time as possible and die towards the bottom side of the map, and that's what he's going to do here. So just play the pallet, greed it, and he's just... he has to hope that these guys can get gens, and oh my goodness, Chimes, they have got gens working in the background. That is their best bet. Oh my goodness, V-Lynx getting the stun. This is buying them so much time. A generator pops in the background, and we have another one that's about 75%, and this has been an incredible... And we've screwed up the rush, so V-Lynx is just buying even more time, Jams. This is incredible.
No, Chippy the superstar, he's doing it all. That should be 2 gens popping in the back, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Unsocial has to pop this gen, and now because of that one chase, we are in a position where it gets really, really dicey, Archie, and you never know. They definitely have, I think it's a 2-1 split. 2 top, 1 bottom. I could be wrong, maybe 2 bottom, 1 top. I'm not actually 100% sure, but we have Unsocial, who does have the Dead Hard, so he's kind of okay. I'm not sure what V-Lynx, you know, it doesn't matter what V-Lynx has got. V-Lynx, Chippy is locked in, very good on Chippy. Chippy is V-Lynx, same person, by the way. Just really well, really gripping chase. He would be fired up for that as well. Ruthless Gem, we need to... Oh, how have we not that? We're going to be able to get it for free. No, this is a robbery. This is daylight robbery. Call the Jack Summer when you've been robbed.
This is incredible. So that is going to be the deli, I believe. If so that is the Deliverance. So we did have Deliverance up early. So realistically, V-Lynx just needs to last. If these gens don't get checked, no, you don't want to take the chase over towards this because we do have a working gen. So, I mean, your best bet is really you have to just buy time. And if Ruthless Gem goes down here, he might just have to insta-Deliverance himself. So we're going to win the 50. And oh my goodness, well played again. This has been exceptionally well played. And we will be going down here shortly. But wow, I thought we got away there, Jam. So very, very well played to buy some time. Now we are going to slug and go straight to our... main generator and make sure that doesn't get working. So this has been incredibly well played from the survivors. If we can see V-Lynx get a pickup here in the background onto Ruthless, that would be extraordinary. Now we don't, because we are going to see that I believe... No, so we are going to get down here on main. So this is looking like shambles for the team now. Ruthless is going to get picked up. That is the best thing here. And we're going to hook towards the top mid side of the map. And I mean, Jams, the pressure is sort of starting to build on survivors. It is looking like 4K1 territory.
Yeah, I mean, for a moment there, maybe we thought it could be out. So the gen was 70, and I guess for the good thing for Severance here is that the gen actually can't be kicked at that point. He did actually choose to slug. He's got a bit anxious, and I think rightfully so. V-Lynx is going to make that as well. Chippy's having a blinder today. Holy moly. He's fired up. Now, he wants to get these lads in to Division 2. You love to see it. I should mention again, this is for the remaining spot in Division 2. Unfortunately, Throw Games would had to withdraw from participating in this current season. They will be back next season, no stress at all. So if you are a Throw Games fan, no stress at all. They will be back, like I just said. But, you know, we need to find someone to replace them. And we had two candidates, and these were the two teams. Severance, formerly known as Echo, did a little bit of a rebrand. They dropped a few players, looking really, really good. Maybe it was worth it in the end. And Ruthless Gem doesn't need to look behind him. He's just going to send it. Oh, my God. And it's beautiful stuff. Do we pop the gen? No, we haven't been able to pull on social in this time, so I'm not sure what Chippy's been doing. Maybe... yeah, Lynx is going to go down too, so all the juking and all the fun is going to go down pretty, you know, abruptly because, oh, we do get the pull, which is actually pretty cool. I think our Summer Win maybe thought that the trade would come through, but this is going to still be a 4K1 territory, Archie, like you said. Really, really well played from Severance, regardless of the result here. A little, obviously, clear mistakes that were made, but doesn't really mean anything if you can bounce back and, you know, prove them wrong. Unsocial is going to take the def down to 7. One thing I want to make a note though, Archie, Severance just really great def spots all around. Yes, Unsocial, I forgot about that. And the reset on B Lynxy. Do we have a filler here? We've double bumped on the rock. No, by golly, we have Dead Hard too. We don't even have to use it. 5 rushes used. If Unsocial puts on a chase here, all those 1v1s will have been worth it. I know he has been in the lab. Yeah, that's what I say. He's been in the lab, and my God, he's, like I said, he still has the Dead Hard here, Archie. We've lost. Summer Wind is we're looking for nobody right now. We need to get back top. The gens are all gone. 5 rushes used. Can we swap to the Survivors Spectator, please? The gen, they're double splitting. Thoughts on that, Archie? Thoughts on the double split?
I think it is sort of the play. You catch one off guard, you just need to die towards the bottom of the map. That is literally take a hit, send it towards the bottom of the map. That is your best bet. And, you know, they are gonna... I'm not too sure how many more kicks this generator will have from all the eruption and stuff. So it still has plenty to go. In fact, there are no spikes there. So, I mean, being very, very well played here. I guess you could say from the side of the killer now. You know, we are going to go back towards the bottom of the map. Probably look to see if we see any survivors crossing now. I'm not too sure if we have now. There goes your call of Brine Eruption. We know the generator has probably about 5% progress, 10%, so it does. So we're not really to worry about that now. Unsocial stealthing. That is an insane stealth to buy even some time now. Unsocial has to jump on that generator. Someone has to jump on that generator and just work it. Now, we are going to see the chase here come in to V-Links, and we are going to get tagged through there, unfortunate for V-Links now, sending it again towards, the bottom side of the map in a good death location. Now, you buy time here. You got to look behind your brother. Now, unfortunately, that is going to be a down, and possibly, if Unsocial gets the quick pull jams, it could be this gem pop, but you really need to get the gen done. The unhook as fast as possible.
I mean, yeah, it still could be something promising here. We saw Ancestor on the bottom, stealthing for gen. We need Ruthless to actually stealth and go, 1 for 4 in this time. Oh no, he did get a good stealth. Oh no, that was Unsocial. I apologize. Yeah, we need Ruthless to actually pull off a stealth here. He is Deliverance, so actually getting chased isn't even really the worst option. Pop Eruption Cobb is quite a nasty combination of perks to go against in a 3v1. And I'm really impressed how Severance are bouncing back, but also Ancestor as well. Like, someone win, a couple bad chases here, still in a position of 4k1. Ruthless Gem straight back on the gen, son.
Oh,
where's
no.
the killer, my brother? We need to double this gen at the bottom side right now. Double. It is Deliverance. Now, Ruthless can last 30, 40 with a pick. With a pickup. We're on here, and he's definitely lasting. There is no way. We're choosing to reset Archibald. Big decisions being made in this early first game, lad. He sees the reset too. He knows if he or she can just have the confidence of chasing now. I don't know. Reset is the proper play in hindsight because our Ruthless Gem is lasting. There is no way, Unk. Please don't. No.
No, this is ridiculous. What is going on? We do get the down. Oh my goodness. If he got away with that, I wouldn't know what to say. Now, that is incredibly well played from Ruthless. Now, like you said before, I'm not too sure what we think about the reset. Now, it could be the play, but you got to think about it. They need a generator done. And we're going to have to see Unsocial get the pick here now. V-Links does give away his location now. Does get hit through that, unfortunately. Now, I'm not too sure what the play is here if you go back, and that is what we are going to see some of you do. So, I think, realistically, right now...
he doesn't want to pick him because he's deadly. That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
He's going to pick him anyway, though.
It is a difficult situation because it is basically in the middle of these two gens, and we're going to hook, towards the middle of the map. So it's looking rough, but an insta-deli and then send it towards the bottom. They really need to get on gens and, double out a gen. Even if you're injured, I think that's just their best bet. If they doubled out a gen there, I think they could have maybe even popped. Now, the deli does come in very early, and you got to hope that they have a really good, good stealth, I guess, to sort of give a reset. And we do see V-Links getting chased in the background. We are going to hop back onto main now. V-Links doing his shenanigans. He could just be looping the killer, doing his own thing. We have seen him perform tonight, so this has been a very good little stealth here. Now, the pressure is going to start to build. They are stealthing very well here. Ruthless Gem stealthing his heart out. So, Jams, you sort of ask the question, well, where is the result? What is the result going to be? And that's where it comes down to. And I'm not too sure if we just saw a survivor moving there, but yeah, this is, where does this come down to? When does it come down to it? It is going to come down right down to the wire, and that's going to be where, every little bit matters. And it seems like they're just giving away their location for free, and they do get away here. Now, Unsocial is going to have Shaq now. We do see V-Links get back onto that gen, so we are opting to not go for the windows. So Unsocial is going to get hit here, and they need to get on a generator. We're going to have to see Ruthless Gem get onto that main generator as soon as possible, and maybe even see V-Links run down there and double it. So it's rough go right now for the survivors, but they have to just work a generator. They cannot worry about resetting Ruthless. We're going to see the zone break here come in to play. So really well played from Unsocial to get to a decent... And the dead hard coming in. Now, if we can flare this would be an exceptional... And we're deciding not to go for the M2. What is going on? Maybe it's bugged, no idea, but we are not going to rush now. I'm not too sure if there's any gen progress in the background now. We do finally get the down, but is there any? There's
Swap. Do the swap. No, they're double splitting anyway. But can we get a swap on the Ruthlesses at 70? It doesn't matter. I think V-Lynx just needs to haul ass top and just make sure the gem pops. The fact that they're getting outs from this game, sorry, is commendable, and it shows. Sorry to cut you off, Archie. It shows the midweek scrims Severance have been doing with former player from Gospel Cash. It's been doing well. It's been doing them wonders. They look brand fucking new, bro, right now. This is beautiful to see. Oh my god, that was diabolical though. We are peaking again. Oh my god, we need to commit somebody now. If you're Air Summer Winter, you need to go top find Ruthless. You need to get this 11 hooks out of the way now. You need to sort of this. Yeah, you need that. From what this game's been and what it's sorry, I'm jumbling my words. I'm so excited. From what this game has been, you need the 11 hooks here to make this a good game. Anything less is just not suffice, because honestly, this could have been a 4K1 for him. Could have been 4K0, and somehow, some way, Severance are pulling through, and they are going to get outs no matter what. Shout out to V-Lynx. V-Lynx, yeah, definitely. V-Lynx had a legacy game. Holy shit. Ruthless Gem picked it up like D-Wade. They might both get out.
Oh,
holy
no.
shit. They're both out. That's going to be... Hold on, quick math. That's going to be 9 stages. Oh my god. Ooh.
That is so well played there from the survivors, and wow, what looked like they were going to get out originally turned into a complete death zone. People were getting downed left, right, and center, giving away tags, and hey, that reset that we saw when they could have been doubling a gen could have been the play, and clearly it has paid off for them. So really very well played from Team Severance, and like you said, V-Lynx legacy game, that man has put a show on, and I think there is a lot to definitely take out of this one, and I'm pretty sure they'd be pretty pumped with their result, and I'm keen to see who plays their killer for them. I have no idea. It probably will be V-Lynx, but yeah, it should be a great watch.
And with that being said, I think we'll go catch our breath just for 2 seconds, because me being fat ass, I know I'm out of breath, but we'll go a short, brief 2-minute intermission. And then we'll be back for, I believe it will be either Unsocial or V-Lynx's killer on Severance versus the Ancestor survivors. So please stay with us. None of Hello, everybody. Welcome back after that little short, brief intermission during sets. A bit of an unusual one. Normally when I'm on the desk, especially with Hasso, we'd like to yap for a while. But Ancestor did, obviously, if you didn't notice, the killer in the last half of that game, I believe, after one gen, there was an error occurred where the killer could not rush. Unfortunately for Ancestor, they were not able to provide any proof of this. So unfortunately, fortunately for Severance, unfortunately for Ancestor, the result will stand, which was 9 stages for Fresh. So that means Ancestor will be needing 8 stages on the Survivors here. And B Lynx, who just had his bloody legacy game, will need 10 stages any form. Tycon, obviously, like I said, being the 4K, the 4 Fresh 9. Wow, what a game though, regardless. Obviously that was a game losing bug. Now that that has come to light, I do definitely think maybe Summer Wind maybe could have got a 4K1 to 4K0 with that knowledge. Although that's not the takeaway from Severance. Severance still played the game really, really well. And to be quite honest with you, that's just the way of the road. Sometimes the game doesn't work as it is intended, and you just need to. As funny as it is, you just need to push through. And a walking blight, even though that is quite unfavorable. Beyond, sorry, I apologize. Summer still did a really, really top-notch job on the killer with all that being considered. But, Archie, we are loading in. Do you have any predictions for V Lynx? I know you spent quite a little bit of time with V Lynx. You were on a former team with him.
Yeah.
You think he gets the job down here, Big Muscles?
It's tough because the result I just saw, I'm so happy for Severance to see that result. I mean, that could have gone either way at one point, and I honestly think if V-Lynx thinks that if he's backing himself to play the best he can, I think he can get the result done. Whether he gets outed, I think he can get the 10 stages. I think he can pull something out of nowhere, and we just saw his legacy game, and who knows what he can do on the blight here. And we're obviously going to spawn in and see him spawn on the top side of the map, and this could be V Lynx's time to really shine. And you talk about players getting better all the time, and this is one that a bit bugged here at the moment, but this is one that V Lynx has been in comp for a while, and he's always wanted to get better and play with players, no matter the skill level, and that's something that we love to see. Now we are going to see the chase coming here onto Shaka, so that's Shaq gone early. There is no gem progress. They're going to have to cross eventually, and he's opting to commit this one. So V Lynx is getting rid of these pallets nice and fast. And I mean, Jarms, any predictions for yourself, mate? Do you think this will go to V Lynx, or how do you see this one panning out?
I think V Lynx does have the facilities to pull this off here. But honestly, it's gonna be tough. This chase is a little bit longer than probably it should be. Beyond's the captain, I believe. Well, maybe not the captain, but he's definitely the most vocal one on the team, the one that I've interacted with the most. Has a lot of game. He needs to go down through that window here, and that's going to be the first hook on the stage. We're going for a beamer save here on the Meg. No! We're able to get it there. Now that's a ballsy play. Now that's quite. Now something I want to note, Hazel. That's something you see quite a lot of higher level teams do. Even some Division 1 teams play like that. They usually play beamer save first chase on S tier sets. Really interesting that they were going for that. One thing I did want to note as well. It will actually be the 0.5 because I believe Summer Wind, I believe, or whoever, just Ancestor had brought in a wrong pick. So that will get 0.5. So that makes the win con even less for them. There will be no Tycon. So that means if they get 4 stages, 9 fresh out the door, that will be the win to Severance. I just want to make that clear now. We do see the pull on the hook. We do see V Lynx heading back to hook, hitting BT off the hook as well. This is what you'd love to see, V Lynx. Oh my god.
This is the Delhi player as well. So this is very good value here. If we can get this down here, I mean, it's over for this survivor. I mean, there's no deliverance. There cannot be any deliverance come into play here. And V-Link's trying to do a bit of a snags there and hit through the pallet now. This is going to be, you know, very good, and we get the down nice and fast on a gen that has been highly progressed, and we are going to sprint burst away here, but, you know, V-Links wants the tag as well, so he's gonna opt not to go for the tag now. Pallet save could be in play here, and I don't think we're gonna get it, but we do get the beamer save. Very well played. Now that is a lot of time that can be burnt there, and you see in the background, there you go, generators are being worked, so if we can last a little bit here and just drop the pallets that we need to, this could be a game changer. So it's gonna be close, and we do get the down here towards the middle of the map. And I mean, Jarms, this is one where they've nearly, it's sort of like the last game. We did see the death at 3 gens, so how can this be played? Do you think it's best to sit generators? And, oh, they've got even more progress. So do you think it's best to just sit generators or just early pull? What do you think the play is?
You gotta let him sit for now. If Lynx doesn't go to Spaces Gen, then you just let him hang for a bit. And honestly, you can even let him hang for even longer, because I'm pretty sure the Claudette Ether, I believe, is stealthed up top, can just sit main for free here. Because we know where Meg is, we know where Jake is. Claudette's on the hook actually, and Meg's gonna be sitting on the bottom gen, which I think actually is more advantageous because they have a 3-gen bottom, which is but you can see Beyond's. Sorry, I keep saying Beyond's. You can see Ancestor's survivor lineup has had quite a bit of practice. They're not new on the block. They are relatively new to OSL, but they have been in the Thai scene for a little bit. They are quite a team that has been around, is what you could say. And yeah, no. To answer your question, Archie, to get the win con from here on out, he needs to secure this hook now. He can't really let a trade happen. If they double save, he's kind of in a bad spot. And yeah, he needs to stop this. Oh no, Chippy!
No.
That could be game losing. That could be that single moment right there could have just lost Severance this set.
Yeah, I mean,
nice!
Okay,
Come on, Chippy!
that is a very beautiful dash there from the big man, Chippy. He knows what he's doing. He's clearly confident. He's fired up, ready to go, and this is what we love. So we are going to see the death now. He's going to probably send it towards the bottom of the map instantly, and that is what he is going to do. And he does have pop, so we do have one survivor not working a gen now. He does... no, that's probably... I mean, he does need to get this gen hit. So he will obviously hit this and get his eruption and call a Brian on it, but your best bet, V-Links, is just, he's got to find another survivor to get to, and that's another generator pop, so this is not looking great for V-Links. Now, he does see... oh, no! He's been flared, so this is not great here. Chippy is sort of in a rough situation, and he's going to have to, be very versatile here and just take over the game, and that's what he's going to have to do. And we do see in the background, if I'm not mistaken, they are doubling that gen, so it does not look great here for the side of Severance. And no, this is unfortunate. Like you said earlier, anything can happen when you let a survivor get unhooked, and unfortunately that is what happened earlier. So, obviously going to take the chase here, and we are going to get the hit onto the Jake. So it's sort of in the survivor's hands, but they really need, and he's going to bump a little bit, but they really need to get that generator working if they want to get a good result. And it's sort of running towards the generators back and forth using the TNLs. You don't want to be in your generators, especially when you're getting chased. You never want to be in the middle of your generators, and that is something that these survivors are going to unfortunately be in the thick of. And oh my goodness, we've just crouched the man. So this is very well played here from the survivors. There we go. There's the final gen popping. So this is going to look like it will be the side of, I've forgotten their name.
Ancestor.
Ancestor are taking this set. Now, all they need is to just get out. Like, they just... there's no real point in saving. I mean, you go for the best result, but, safest thing to do is probably to just, dip, and, yeah, that's your best bet, realistically. We are going to see the gate open, and, yeah, it does look like the unhook does get brought into play. So hold on a second. They want more out. They want even more out. So V-Lynx is going to have to play his heart out here and get this down, and he's not going to get the down, unfortunately, and that will be a 4 stage game. So unfortunate there on the side of V-Lynx. We did see some really good shots from him, but unfortunate for him to that game just got away from him, unfortunately. So very well played from Ancestor. I believe that was their pick. So we will that was very well played from them.
Yeah, I mean the Beamer save set him back. Oh, it set him back like
Yeah.
yeah, set him back like, a full gen's worth of progress, but split over 2 gens, of course, and yeah, I don't know, bro. The not yeah, the mid to end game, he just couldn't get it down, like you said. It just got away from him. No, I couldn't honestly said it better than that. And no, he for what it's worth though, he did look quite good on the blight. I think him and Summer Win look quite comparable. If I'm going to be honest, I thought Chippy looked a bit more mechanically better. If I'm going to be completely honest with you. But it's not about that. It's about who's got the better team overall. And Ancestor proved that on the blight set at least that they are the superior squad. So that is 1-0 to Ancestor. Traditional BO3 for our play-in match, which is pretty uncanny considering all the Division 2 matches for the first 2 rounds are BO1s. But no, it felt really fitting to do a BO3. And I'm so glad that that's the decision we decided to go in the end, because I definitely am anticipating Severance to pull their finger out here and lift, because not to say they've been playing bad, but they've been playing so well that I think that they can keep going even better because they're on such a high right now. And I think being able to overcome this set right here, which I believe it's Spirit on DDS, which is something new we're going to be seeing. I don't think we've ever seen that, at least from my knowledge in OTE. So, if you think Archie, maybe if they can lift and win that, fuck, anything can happen on Rafe. Yeah, the hit on Hook 2 was also what fucked him. That's so unlucky. Even though he was able to convert on a quick down right after, it still didn't really mean a lot. Kind of needed to force a death there, in my opinion. I don't know. He got popped from it. It's just unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. Really, that was a bit unlucky on the side of Chip, but no, really well played. And since the survivors, though, if I, this may sound like a hindsight, very obvious comment, but the survivors definitely looked a lot more organized than the bros, than the other bros and Severances.
Yeah.
But it not. But Severance also had some organization about them that I've never seen before. I've scrimmed these blokes quite a bit, seen them in the scene quite a bit, scrim like some survivor with them. This is the honestly, I'll fucking say it. This is the best I've ever seen them play, cunt. This is genuinely the best I've ever seen them play, and I'm so impressed right now with both these level of teams. Wow. And to think that they matched that win con, or they got that win con when he wasn't able to rush in the last half of that game, really, this is insanely played.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. You see so many teams that, put in a really good result, and it was very unfortunate at the end of the day on the side of Severance, because they put in a damn good Survivor performance. To come back from where they were, I mean, it does not get much better than that. So, yeah, I mean, unfortunate for the big man V-Lynx, but we do have a Spirit set up next, and I know my boy Ruthless Gem is ready, and I'm pretty sure he will be the one on that Spirit set. So yeah, this is going to be incredible to watch, and hopefully we get just as good as gameplay that we got from the last lineup.
Yeah, no, well said, big fella. And Ruthless Gem and V Links, again, two bloody superstars at the moment, as well as on social. And social was performing as well. They are they are the more seasoned players on this team. They are the veterans. Excuse me. So I'm not shocked that they're playing killer. For both teams, they're putting their hand up to play both the killers here. Quite humble. I would say, um, to be honest with you, Archie, Yeah, I really not no bias, of course. I really hope this goes to the tiebreaker tonight, Big Muscles. I really, really do. It it might be probably no. It just gives me it fills me with excitement for Division Two coming up. Which also, if you are unaware, for those watching, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel because that's where all the games will be happening. YouTube/Oceania Sacrificial League. Um, Grand final will be hosted on the Twitch because Headhunter gets his way. Let it be known, Headhunter gets his way. Nah, I'm just joking. But all the other games prior to that will be on the YouTube, so you must follow. We're trying to get to 500 subs on the Twitch. On the YouTube. If we could get that, that would be beautiful. I might even do like a nice little cheeky giveaway. Don't quote me on it, but I might. Yeah, no, it's just a really, I'm really just thrilled and happy, Archie, and couldn't have picked two better teams for this occasion. I don't think, bro. Genuinely, I think both these teams are quite hungry, and from what I'm gauging, the skill levels are quite even. To be honest, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they've both got plenty of talent on both sides of the table. I think they're very. I think when you look at both teams, you think obviously there's a bit of ping involved, but overall are very, very strong teams. And like you said, I don't think I've seen Severance play that well before. And not to discredit them or anything, but I think that is the best performance that I've ever seen come from them. And especially when you're playing, for such a high, high stakes, a lot of things on the line to obviously get into Division 2. It is a lot harder to, put it in front of you and, especially perform in front of an audience. So, it is not easy. Definitely the nerves get to people, and that's one thing that is not easy. So to see all these, players from both sides of the table. I mean, it is incredible to see these people, especially on such short notice. For anyone that doesn't know, I actually popped into Severance and asked them if they wanted to do a show match today. I asked them about 3 hours ago. So on such short notice, a lot of teams, don't really have time, but these guys were ready to go, and I'm pretty sure the on the other side, we also did have Ancestor ready to go as well. So very good, big props to them. But yes, we are now loading into a Spirit on DDS. I've never seen this combo. I've never seen this map and this killer. Never.
Yeah, keep that bright one on for you. Yeah, that's the one I like. Yeah, this is something that I would say it outright. This is something that I participated in a recent tournament, and I loved it. I thought it was really really great overall. Like the interactions, I thought with a bit more tinkering to the balancing that they had in that particular tournament, we could get it right for some sort of event we had for this, and I'm glad that Division 2 was that event. But yeah, let's get it cracking and going. Spirit on DDS. This has never been seen before in OCA, like I said. So this is going to be the literal first time, and we are going to get a tag. Beyond is going to be the first person copying the M1 tag from Ruthless Gem. That is great to see from him. Bringing the Sloppy Butcher, I believe that was the Eruption Pain Res, and the Corrupt, of course. So very, very good from him. We're going to have to see something beautiful. And big cheeky Ruthless Gem's going to get it down in the mid. And this looks like a single gen, so we might be triple splitting right now, and we are going to force a chase onto Meg here. We are getting a little bit greedy if we're Ruthless Gem. Been watching the new 1v1 videos. Really, really nice stuff. We've blocked with the Husk. Come back around, maybe, big fella. Oh, Ruthless, what have we done there, Big Muscles? That's all right. We need to go back and take our pick and get the Pain Res low and Pain Res the gen. We have someone ready for the pallet save. Do we get it? 1, 2, 3, bang! Definitely worth it for the tag. We need to send that body straight to Shaq, and we need to last, Archie, because we need to reset that Meg in the background if we're going to keep playing like this. I love the way this Meg is playing, by the way. Taking the chase onto Meg, actually, who I would say has been probably the most confident survivor, and I would not, it would not be in Ruthless's menu to chase this, I'll be completely honest.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta learn. I was, and I'm not great at knowing, and but one thing that I do know is, you want to not commit to chases for too long. If you feel like it's getting out of your hand and it's not, the ball is not in your court, you just have to leave it and go to the next one. And we're just gonna swing through that now. Very well played here from the Megan. We do greed the pallet and send it away. So very nicely done. Now I'm not too sure if we will make this window, and we will make the window. So Very well played. We're going to double vault it and go down eventually. But look at that gen of progress. That's going to be 2 gens, hopefully, on the side of Ancestor. Now, they are playing very, very aggressive here now. They really just... that's a good pain race right there for Ruthless. In a decent location, in the middle of 3 gens. He does have a pretty nice 3 gen, if I'm not mistaken, a really nice 3 gen. But he just needs to get some more tags and really needs to, you know, get as much value as he can out of all the perks that he's getting. You know, obviously you want to get Eruption on as many gens as possible. You want to, you know, hit and run some survivors, but he needs to find another survivor to just tag and get them away, because as soon as you tag one survivor on this killer, they can't go in for the save. It's too risky. So his best bet is to find the survivor that is stealthing to come in for the pool and give him a little hit and then, you know, just defend that hook. So, you know, these survivors playing this very well, but Ruthless Gem just standing on top of the generator and the hook. So very nicely done, and we are going to see the run in here come into play, and we are going to trade here. So far, it's been a bit tough, but we do get pain race instantly. So this is going to be some good value. We get jumps.
Yeah, and finally we do, you know, slow down the game a bit in our favor if you're Ruthless Gem. Quite a good play. We are going to get a tag here on the Beyond. So, you know, that first chase from the Meg slash, I believe it was Victoria as well. You know, they're kind of going to a place right now, but Ruthless is picking up the pressure, and that's going to be a quick 2-tap. And a man who decided 30 seconds ago he's going to concede for fresh hooks because he had a big chase has now gotten 2 hooks in about 30 seconds, and might be, like I said, on his favor to find somebody. And I believe someone is edge map 6 right here, but the big dog himself does not have the proper EQ setting required for that knowledge. But no, overall, Ruthless Gem, he has picked up I like this from him. They insta-pull as well, which is pretty odd. I would just advise Ruthless to just march back here and get it down. Yeah, they're kind of dead zone. We have someone resetting 11. We have someone cleansing a totem. And we are someone resetting. And Beyond's is just dead. Beyond's is just dead. We have no communication on the side of Ancestor right now. Everyone's off sort of doing their own thing, and no one has eyes on the killer. And we're slugging because we want more. I think this is a great play from Ruthless Gem. This is fucking beautiful. If he gets her down from this and gets to the hook, this is beautiful. The only problem is you're chasing summer wind, bloke.
Yeah, I mean, they do have progress, but they also do have... There might be another person go down here now. This is going to be in shambles if this survivor goes down before they get that pickup. Now, they are probably wrapping for the pickup. No, we're sort of, you know, stationed. No, so we are assuming. Oh! No! Oh, okay. So we do get the down, but that is more time again. Every second wasted is major. So that is going to be another down here onto Summer. So... and a good location for Ruthless as well in the 3 gens. So, I mean, in a situation like this, like I said, you need to just keep your injures. You need to have, you know, whoever's looking for the save, you just got to tag them so they can't, because it takes so long to reset. Obviously, with Sloppy Butcher, it burns a lot of time. And I think, honestly, that Ruthless's best bet here is to sort of hold this 3 gen to the best of his ability. Play for the, you know, the 4K one, but even then, like, if this survivor dies early, it could just be over, and Ruthless could just get maybe even a 4K too. So it really comes down to what the survivors do here, more on the side of them than what Ruthless does, because to be completely honest, you let this survivor die, you sit gens, but then you've got a 3 gen and a survivor that's dead. So, you know, it's sort of all over the place, and, you know, this is going to be a tough choice for Ruthless to make, whether he defends all the gens or as many gens as possible, or if he just goes for the hold on the survivor.
And there's no champion of light on the spirit in Division 2, so that's something that will make the chases a little bit less shorter for the survivors, of course, or a little bit less longer, I should say. On the side of the spirit, but that is pain as well. That is our 4th pain rose. So we have the 4 fresh here right now. Now, if Ruthless Jemmy here, big man himself, if he finds the Meg, which we are just camping Shack, we're gonna have to perform here. Now, Summer Wind is definitely the key performer here on this team. We need to see something beautiful here. Now, Ruthless needs to just full commit here, in my opinion, and just try and get Meg out of this game and force this 3v1. You've got no more regression left other than your eruption. So you need to sort of force, you know, quick, precise downs and make clinical decisions, because he hasn't really... I mean, he's got these gens kicked here, and this is going to be the Meg dead. The Tori's not reset, which is a bit of an issue. Main will pop, which is obviously a very, very good. We do have the mid 3 and I believe 2 gallows. Oh, we have 12 and a gallows gen, so... pretty average gens if you're like the survivors, I'll be completely honest. Is main not going to pop? Am I skitzing? Yeah, main does pop. I don't know. I wonder what the last shit is. It has to be on gallows. So yeah, it is gallows. So we've got gallows 12 and mid 3. Pretty ugly gens. I mean, they still have balance in the mix, I believe. So balance can definitely go sit on gallows there. We do get the reset onto Beyond, who is that balance, and we're going to chase the Nia here. Go to Dagstand. Love that from you, Geezer. And where Houdini?
Oh. No.
Who bloody poised value? Oh, I was screaming last night. I just want to tell a quick story. Screaming last night versus a pug, and I had never seen poised get value so much in one scrim, mate. It was unbelievable. Mate, it looked like an S tier perk, and I mean maybe it is showing through there as well, but. Yeah, so, you know, as far as we're in this game, you know, do you reckon Ruthless Gem can pull the 4K1 here? I definitely think he's in a good spot.
Yeah, he is in a good spot. He just needs to, you know, sort of, I guess, follow through with some of the plays. This survivor's probably going to leave, and Ruthless just doing a bit of a swing. Not too sure if that's a play or what the go is, but we do get the down. We unfortunately don't get the fast vault. Not too sure if that even works to get a fast vault there, but. You know, obviously, we do have the BL player, the balance landing player on that gallows gen. So that is really nice for the survivor side. But it's really going to come down to how well Ruthless can play these, like, because he can only hit the gen so many times. And I mean, so far he hasn't really hit them too much. But obviously he's out of pain resist, so he's going to have to rely on his movement to get him to places. But wow, what a performance both sides have put on here. And, you know, Ruthless's best bet just go back to the hook, and that is what he's going to do. And the unhook is going to come into play, and we will be seeing that BL player basically get right back onto that gen straight away, instantly. And that is what's going to happen. So we do see the Nia in the background doing that. So very, very nicely done here. And, you know, this looks like it is going to be outs here on the side of the survivors. But oh my goodness, just a grab out of nowhere. Very nicely well played from the big man, Ruthless Gem. So far, so good. He needs to get to this gen, this gallows. I don't think he makes it. That's the only problem. It's gonna come down to him. He's gonna have to get there instantly. I don't know if he makes it. I don't think he makes it.
No, he definitely doesn't make it. And it's balanced as well. I don't even think he gets the tag for this. No, he doesn't. And we're going to be able to get at least a 9-stage result here. Sorry, I apologize. We're going to be at least able to get a 10-stage result here. And honestly, Archie, well played, I guess, for the survivors, because realistically, I thought that should have been a 4K. I'm going to be honest. I thought Ruthie was locked in there. He looked good. We do find Daggerstand. We do find Beyonds just camping in the bush there. But yeah, 10 stage 4 fresh again. Oh, not again, but pretty similar to the result we had in the Blight match. Well played to Ruthie. Ruthie looked really good, you know. The survivors copped a bit of an early knockback, but recovered really, really nicely. Yeah, that's really all my thoughts about this. I think definitely doable for both sides here. We're setting ourselves up for a beautiful last set here.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's the best thing you see in games like this. This will be a very close one, and I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe we might even see Gabs Loves You come into this set. Obviously, I'm not too sure if Gabs has got exit lag or what the go is there, but I think we'll take a very short break, Jams, and you know, catch our breath and come back very shortly. Welcome back, everybody, to the play-in tournament. We have a best of 3 between Ancestor and Severance. Now, so far, we have had the Blight set that has been completed. It did come on the side of Ancestor taking that one. So we are now onto the Spirit. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 10 stages, something like that, that we had on the Spirit. So this is going to be one that really comes down to the wire, especially to see the lineup. Now, we do a bit of a lineup. We do see Gabs loves you come into play here. Now, Gabs is, spams the 1v1s a little bit and knows how to 1v1, and they have been learning under J Cash some tips and tricks. So this is going to be a team that we look forward to seeing playing, and we are going to just open the locker and think we see someone hump the totem.
Was that somebody? Or was that a totem? My bad, sorry.
Totem, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it would have been pretty funny if it was someone, but yeah. So far, so good. They do need to probably make their way to the gens in the big swing through the shack window. Now, I'm not too sure if this is a skin or an outfit that the killer has going on, but it is an odd one. But yeah, we do see the chase coming here on social, and I mean, so far they don't have any gen progress, so it is in shambles. But again, it is only the start of the match, so they do have to move themselves away from the corrupted gens, and that is what Ancestor is going to do. He's going to run towards the one, so where he dies is going to be where the corrupt gens are. Now, we do have a corrupt gen, if I'm not mistaken, over towards Gallows, so
yeah, lost his face as well.
Little chase here. Yeah, very nice chase, and we're just going to send it away, and I don't think we make anything, and we do get away! No way! Unsocial playing this very well. Unsocial just waiting to get their face back, and I'm pretty sure we'll just leave this here, or maybe even commit, but so far we are going to get the down here, but I'm not too sure. How's the gem progress looking? So we do have some gem progress going. This is very nice. This is what we love to see. Now, Pancras obviously will come into play and to effect here, but Jarv, this is a very nice start from the survivors.
I mean, they're setting themselves up for that nice little, it was a 9-stage win con, 9-4 fresh, whatever they need, Archie. That is pop on the middle gen as well, so that is, that was kind of pop wasted, I think. That was like a 20% gen, I feel like. But no, Summer Wind, the killer player, definitely the most confident one on the team. We do opt to pop the Gallows gen as well. Unfortunately, we probably should say pop for that one, but that's okay. Didn't probably anticipate the gen progress around. They are double splitting though, Archie. I'm pretty positive. Maybe not. Maybe that was the double. Yeah, that was definitely... No, I'm not too sure, actually. No, I don't think that was a double. I think that might have just been Gabs on it the whole time. But yeah, Gabs in this lineup. I'm not sure who she's actually replaced. I apologize. Yeah, 7, I believe it is replaced. So, yeah. Hopefully she could step up. And Social going to take his second chase. Does have the Dead Hard Archie off that hook as well. Joining the J Cash fit. Better live up to some good names here. J Cash definitely would put on a show here, I believe. Doing a little crash at the window, baiting in a slow vault. Where's the killer?
Oh my!
Behind is where we are. Beautiful distance here from Unsocial. No, can we definitely get a survivor poll just for this chase, please? Just for me. Thank you very much. I definitely want to see this Dead Hard in action. We are going to phase through here. Unsocial makes the back 11 pellet. No Dead Hard coming through. Just sends it. Bit unlucky, to be honest. We are doubling mid out as well, Archie. Now, the ideal situation here is we need to be able to pop this mid-gen without it getting popped here by this hook. If we can get that done, we're in a bloody great spot, like an amazing spot. I'm not too sure if they get it done. It's going to be very close. Very, very close. They do get it done. Maybe for a tag, though. It will be for a tag. That's all right. It's probably worth it in this instance. You do need that gen out of the way. And now the map's just open. Now they have free realm to play. They have one main 5 and I believe a Gallows gen to sit on. Now that has set themselves up, like I said, Archie, for really, really free-flowing sort of just comms here. There's no real way they can get caught off guard here. You see, via links, pre-running main, just holding his distance, holding it. And we do get the pull onto the Unsocial, who does have that Dead Hard, Archie. Now, one chase. We do hit the man off hook. Fuck the dead hard, he says. I don't want none of that. This might just be a 2-tap. It definitely is the meta these days, hitting the bloke off hook. We need to win a 50 here. Do we make the shack? I don't know if we have shack. We've created immense distance. We've taken a tag onto Gabs. That's fine. We do have shack. We're greeting the shack pallet now all the way to deep 8. We do not care. Archie, thoughts?
I mean, gee, Unsocial just got the... Okay, so he's going to go down. He probably forced the locker as his best bet, so no, he doesn't. And no, they've whiffed, so this is going to buy Unsocial even more time to just get even more distance into the corner of the map. So very nice chase, but yeah, I think so far, from my thoughts, I think, you know, they get this reset onto Gabs. This could be in their... It could be in Severance in their spot to take away this set. Now, remember, they do have to be cautious because there is pop eruption pain res. There is still 3 stacks of pain res, so they need to make sure that they aren't all bulked and hopefully that they're actually going to get some good value from their own perks that the survivors are bringing in. And we're going to get a bit of life here coming in, and well played from Ruthless. Got to look behind him a bit more, but it doesn't matter because he's getting away with it. So that is going to be main that pops, I believe, with V-Link sitting in. Now, very, very well played here from the survivor side. They have really nice gens, and I think they've, you know, their best bet is to just, you know, double the gen out and play for the best, and we're going to get the stun, so that'll buy even more time here, and the flashbang onto the ground, so that's just buying time, and I think we're going to double. I think that is going to be the play, and we're going to go check. No, so we are going to commit to this chase. Now, I'm pretty sure best bet here is to leave, and oh my goodness, we're committing. I don't know if there's eruption on that gen or not, but if this lasts long enough, and oh my goodness,
Ruthie!
No, but it could buy enough time. If there's no pain res nearby, oh, they're not going to pop because there's a pain res there. This is unfortunate here, so they do have to get off. He needs to com this perfectly. He needs to, so they do. I'm not too sure if they pop. If he goes to the wrong gen. Oh my goodness, he might be... Is that the... That's the
No, they're
wrong
on
gen.
1. They are on 1. No, they are... No way they're on 3. Yeah, they're on 1. They're sending it. They're sending it. They pop. And that is going... No, they need 10 stages. Hold on. Wait, no. This is cool. They still could get dicey here. Sorry. Let me not get ahead of myself. We need 9 stages here as a tie. We need 8 stages. Honestly, let Ruthless Gem die on this hook and just Gabs force locker at any fucking locker in the vicinity. You just need to force a locker here. I think V-Lynx is going to be out here no matter what. No, unless... No! Problems, team! Problems! V-Lynx isn't out. We need to send the pull now.
No.
Oh, no. This could be shambles. Shambles, Fija. Shambles.
This is not looking good. This is going to be... And there's a hook right next to the gate.
Wait, it is second win off the hook. I do want to note that as well. That is very, very good for them. That saves them having to restart. Ruthie. Either way, what I think needs to happen, they just need to get someone out from this position. Just anybody. And I think they win.
Yeah, I mean, very nicely played here. Very nicely played. I mean, do you even save the man at this? I mean, you obviously do. That's a dumb thing. I don't know what I'm saying. But we need to get out. We need to get out here. This is our... We just need to get out. Now, we are going to see Ruthless Gem possibly come in here for the hit tank, and that is what we're going to see. So if we can pull this off and somehow get out, that would be absolutely incredible. And no, unfortunate. So I'm not too sure.
No. He needs to pick, though. He needs to pick Lynxy. He needs to pick Lynx, so else he just pulls out. Ruthless Gem making a heads-up play, opening the gate.
Oh, no.
Ruthless Gem has just saved the game, picking it up as well. It doesn't matter what happens here, because I think V-Lynx is just out at the other gate.
Oh, yeah.
This is fucking scenes, lad. Oh, my God. Oh. And Gabs is going to live on the filler. That will be the 1-1. Holy shit, we are going into a Wrecker's Wraith. Oh, my God. We still need Ruthless Gem out here, but I think he's just safe as books. Yeah, he's out. And that is going to be 7, 8 hooks, I believe, Archie. All fresh?
That is an incredible performance. Yeah, I believe that is 8 stage 4 fresh. So very, very nicely done from the survivor.
Survivor side. Wow. So, you know, we obviously gave away a very quick tag at the start of the game, but to come back and put a performance like that on, that is incredible. So well done to the Survivor side there, and you know, I'm pretty sure that they'd be wrapped and over the moon with that performance.
And with that being said, Archie, since it is the last, set of the night, and we will set up for it. I believe it will be the same lobby. Is it the same lobby? Yeah. If it's the same lobby, no, we'll just honestly, like, why not? But no, really well played. I think Unsocial in the 4v1 was the best player. In the 3v1, everyone pulled their weight really, really nicely. That was really, really well played. Severance making critical decisions here. Resetting. Just everyone's pulling their part. On the side of this Ancestor, though, you're in a bit of a tough spot now. You won the first set pretty comfortably, I'd say. It was a bit, there's a bit of back and forth, but your survivors got the job done. You've now, come into a set where kind of you were bested. You were second best by quite a big margin, and honestly, if we're talking about which set was more convincing, you could argue that set from Severance to Survivors was a bit more convincing. But no, regardless of that, it is going to be set up for probably the biggest this other than the grand final in recent history. It's probably the biggest match I can think of today, low key. Um, this is for the main. This is for spot in the main Division 2. That is where you want to be. Division 2, and then to go to Division 1. That's sort of just how things go. Once you reach Division 1, then you just want to win it all and become the best, become the GOAT. But not everyone starts at the top, Archie. Not everyone starts at the top.
Mm-mm.
And some people start at the bottom. And I'm so happy to see that the people who are least experienced, or less experienced, I should say, are showing that they want it just as much as the people who are at the top of the top. And I think that's just proof of by what you just saw. I think, and I'm not even, this isn't even, I hope, please don't take what I'm saying next as disrespectful, but old Severance there gets 4K3, double spam 4K3 there on the Blind Spirit. I'm just going to say how it is. This new look Severance, whatever this shit is, bro, I love this. I want this forever. And I think someone said, I think it was shout out to the Hunter in the pre-game, in the casters chat, he said, I hope these guys stick together. And fuck, bro, so do I, because it's beautiful gameplay. I am G'ing up Severance quite a bit, but Ancestor as well, they have been playing extremely well. They are, I would say, the more organized team overall still. I still think they're favored going into this set, but the motion in the ocean is there right now for Severance, Picasso.
Absolutely, and this is going to be I'm really excited for the Wraith. I know we did have Lil Chief earlier on. He said, "I cannot wait. I hope it goes to a tiebreaker." He wants to see the Wraith come out, and look where we're at. We have got a Wraith right in front of our eyes. So this has been very very entertaining. So far it's been basically an incredible watch for both parties, to watch both sides, both the teams play their beloved sides of the killer, obviously with the blight and then the spirit. But I think one thing that you take out of it is both these teams are, if I'm not mistaken, new together. I'm not too sure how long Ancestor's been together, but I do know that this old rebranded, I believe it was Team Echo sort of style, they're sort of new. They haven't been together for too long, and this is what we love to see. It's the bond and the chemistry that you have that makes you perform, and hopefully that's what we get to see. And I'm really excited, Jums. I really am, because like you said, mate, there's not much that obviously Div 2 is right around the corner, but when you get little events like this that come out of nowhere, there's always a chance for another team to step up, and this is exactly what we love to see, a tiebreaker to get into a division. And this is what we are very excited for, as we are going to load in on the Wraith. And look at that build with Pop, no eruption. So yeah, this is going to be a very interesting one. Jums, what do you think, mate?
It's definitely going to be an interesting set to watch. I have scrimmed Wraith Wreckers quite a bit. It is not fun for the killer most of the time. You know, it is very safe map for the survivors, and you know, you really shouldn't be getting tapped. Like, look at this beautiful iron RNG bust into this, and we do have a jungle gym right behind, ladies and gentlemen. If your view is obscured right now, and we do have this tile as well, which is a bit less safe. Another pallet outside front as well, so you can kind of see this map is very dense on pallets.
Oh,
we aren't going to get the tag there onto Gabs. We have to leave this as well.
We don't even get the tag.
Yeah, we don't get the tag. And one thing, the build as well, I'm not a big fan. I mean, let me not be nasty. I'm not being nasty, but I would have liked to see Eruption. I think Eruption on Wraith is just the best perk here. B Linksy, yeah. Chippy, we need to have a good game here, son. You've done so much up to this point. Do not fumble here, right now. We make the shack. We love to see that. Every chase needs to be going shack for the first tag. We do see, I believe this is little old Gab just running in the open. On me, she would be saying. And doesn't get the tag here either. We see 11 over there being worked by Ruthie as well. And ladies and gentlemen, this is your new Division 2 balancing. If you've just joined us, what is Division 2? Well, Division 2 is a place for the younger OSL teams to get involved and get their, you know, feet muddy, as we would say, their feet wet. And, you know, this is the purest form of it right here, right now. You've got two young teams, one from Thailand and one from Australia, and they're both putting up a great showcase here. If you've just joined us, like I said, it is 1-1 right now. We're on the tiebreaker. This is the first match of our last set, our tiebreaker, and what a build-up it has been. Again, we see big V-Linksy here. Come on, Chippy, lock in, boy. We need to split up here. And Chip gets hit through the pallet there. We're not going to be able to make Shack on zone. We do have the smash it, and as I was about to say before, ladies and gentlemen, the balancing is going to be a little bit different. You got life at access on these little lower tier killers, tier 5. I'm going to go rule Surf Monkey real quick. You do have life on tier 5 allowed. We do rotate around. Resi's always been allowed. Deja's been allowed. FTP on tier 5, I don't know if that's always been allowed. If it has, that's kind of a bit of cancer, I'll be honest. But no, very strong, you know, Wraith. If you haven't guessed, you know, Wraith should be getting outed. Most killers should be getting outed. That is the theme of the balancing. Killers have to work for their hooks, you know. Division 2 isn't going to fit exactly the same mold as Division 1. You know, Division 1 is the best of the best, and Division 2 is the people looking to become the best. And honestly, if you're going to be truthful with me right now, we're going to be truthful with each other, jumps the chat. I'm glad we were able to pull off balancing like this. So what the killers have a bad season just for, you know, for Division 2. Let them, mate. Let them suffer just for one season, mate. Let him suffer. No, I'm just joking. But we still haven't got it down here at all, by the way. We are seeing J Cash. My bad. That is unsocial. Lol. But yeah, we are going to drop the Shack pallet there. Finally, it gets dropped. And we are going to make this as well. So J Cash, my bad again. We are going to be talking about unsocial. My bad. It just looks so identical to the bro. No, I am being cheeky here. But we are going to get hit over that pallet. I won't make the J Cash joke again. Sorry. But unsocial, they're going to get hooked. 3 different gens are getting progressed right now. Damn. This could just be a 6-stage, Archie.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Oh, it's close. I mean, you obviously, no Eruption, a bit of a shock. I'm not too sure what the play is here. I mean, I've got no idea. I don't play Wraith. I've got no idea how Wraith really works. Like any killer, and we get the stun in the cloaked mode. So that's going to buy like 5 seconds or something now. What I did notice is not too many killers run it, but I guess on a map like this where there is a lot of great pallets, you run the speed, the 9% speed, which can give you a lot of value, but we are seeing we're getting a lot of value out of all the perks we currently have. There's the first gen popping. We see Gab's back on to her gen. It's already half progressed, and so far, I mean, these survivors, if they can just last for as long as possible, if we can see a bit of, you know, V-Links, we'll go down here in the middle of the map, in a, you know, not so great death location, but I mean, there is a couple resets, so it's going to be rough here from here on out, but, you know, Gabs have been putting on an absolute performance in Chase. Absolutely incredible, and I think that's something that, you know, we'll look forward to seeing. And the little G away there, so we are going to catch, I believe, Ruthless Gem off guard here. Now, I'm not too sure what the play is. We're just going to wrap around the corner now. Again, running the same lineup, the Survivor side, sorry, so no 7, it'll be Gabs playing. Just had a look over them, and you know, this is very well played, but they are all about to be injured if Gabs gets tagged here, and that'll be the case. And no, we get robbed, unfortunately, and no, Gabs has given away a free tag there, unfortunately. Now Shaq is gone. Now a lot of pallets are going
This is not looking great right now. They do have to reset. Gabs is going to make this. Now we are going to fully uncloak now. What are we going to do? I mean, you sort of got to play this. You force the pallet down. Now we are going to get hit through here, and oh my goodness, they are going to get 2 people reset now. I mean, Jarm, so far it's been a close one, but how do you put it into the how do you almost play it out right now if you're the survivors? Because they're in a rough situation. They've already given away 3 hooks, and it seems like they're just running out in the open for the sake of it. And it's almost like trying to get COVID. You just don't really care sometimes, and that's what it seems like they're doing. They're just running out in the middle, and that's not something that you really want from the survivors. But I mean, yeah, it is going to be hard if they don't, get hop on their gens, and Unsocial going to be found. This is not looking great for the survivors. So they are getting hit left, right, and bloody center. So, the unhook is going to come into effect here, but wow, what a performance so far on the side of Summer now. This is going to be, pull the pallet. We do, but yeah, Jumps, how do you see this one? How do the survivors play it out to get their best result?
I think the survivors, honestly, Archie, are in a decenter spot than the killer right now, believe it or not, bro. The truth is, I think the killer doesn't have a ton of that going right now. We do have Unsocial, who is confidently sitting on this 2-gen, but yeah, we don't really have anything going for us if you're the killer. Unluckily, or I should say, luckily for him, you just got an Unsocial sort of down inside your gens here, which is good for them overall, good for Summer Win. But the pain reses are, have been coming through. We're going for the freshers, and I do believe the gen progress around the map is still pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. I thought we had a couple gens split here. I could have been wrong. Maybe the UI deceived me. I thought we had three gens very, very high, but no, I could be wrong. If that is the case, then no, Summer Win definitely is in a good spot here. 4 hooks this early into the game is a bit dicey. And for the chasers, Gabs has been having. Unluckily, we get blocked on the window there, so we're not going to be able to do anything off that. Pop going on that gen as well, so Pop really going into effect, and we do find Ruthie out here as well. So it's looking dire. It's looking dire. At this point in the game, it could be just a 4K1. The gens are pumping though, so one good chase can just make this 8-9 stages, bro. Realistically.
Man, you gotta hope, and I'm not too sure what the play was there. Sort of a late tag. They didn't really want to trade. Now we are gonna see the chase here get committed onto Unsocial now. Obviously they need to get these gens cranking now. Keep in mind, there is no eruption, so the value of knowing where survivors are after downing, there's no aura. And that is something that you got to look forward to seeing and versing. Now we are going to lose the 50 here and go down, but wow, they're going to double out. This will be down to 4K2 now. Keep in mind, there are going to be 3 survivors left, but I do believe that, your best bet is playing for that 4K0, 4K1, and, that's what they're going to have to do, and they're going to pop this.
Damn!
So, wow, they're on a bit of a roll here, and they've got some gen of progress going everywhere, so that's actually good. And keep in mind, like I said, no eruption, so a lot of value lost. We are going to catch the big man V links out here, and we're just going to send it towards the bottom side of the map, and unfortunately we're going to go down near 7, so yeah, this is going to be our next hook onto V links. I believe he will be the next tunnel out, as he is already on the 2nd stage. So Jams, they're in a decent spot. They've got some really nice gens. They're very split, very, very split, far away from each other. And Gabs has been spotted. So what do you think these survivors should do now?
No, I mean, the survivors are in a bit of a tough spot now. I think Summer Win, yeah, just been depleting the resources. Pretty much how you should play it. And yeah, really, really well played. It's definitely working. He or she is definitely keeping up, and we're just forcing, deaths for trades, and it's really, really well played overall. But I'm not, like I said, Severance, hope they can pull it out here and get some outs, because I feel like this map is going to be really, really, really tough to 4K on if you're just any person in this universe, realistically.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it is looking dire for the survivors now, and you know, obviously going to see a kid come in here, and oh my, I get so nervous seeing people swing as soon as they get out because I don't know how much of a lunge they're going to get. So this will be the big man Ruthless Gem down. Now just going to slug in, it'll be a 4K2, so it is not looking great here. They have definitely got, you know, it's good to see that they're still, you know, pushing to get their best result, of course, as always. But I guess best thing force locker maybe, so you can get that pick up, and that'll just be a down. So it's going to be, you know, like ping pong going back and forward, and seeing, you know, who gets down, who gets picked up, rinse and repeat. So far they have done pretty well. Some are on the side of the killer. This has been a very good performance, but you know, it's not over yet. If they can get a reset here, have a really nice chase, who knows, there could be a chance another generator pops charms, and I think that's something that you got to look forward to, and we are going to spot Gabs out. So, and
Oh my god.
what?
It's yeah, it's at a point in the game it's just over. Unfortunately, I think 4K2 is what you're gonna have here. It's a bit unlucky because there was a spot where this could have just been outs. I don't think me calling that a bit earlier was false. I definitely think Summer Wind brought it back here. Definitely, I don't know. The recipe to success was tough. You know, you shouldn't really fork on this bat, but I guess just yeah, he depleted. You know, went for fresh, got his pain res. Really had quick chases as well. Just overall, just really put the Wraith power and I guess overall just general gameplay into good use. It was really good, well played, and it's very tough because you know 4K2 on the side of Severance is just such a hefty win con to meet as the killer. Whether it's you know, sorry, I've gone blank. Is it V Links and yeah, Chippy and Unsocial, whoever the killer may be on Wraith. It's this is gonna be a hefty one to meet, and you know, yeah, no, I guess the first chase that Gabs had just got a lot of resources out the way, and I don't know. I guess it looked like they had good gen pressure, but I guess you know the HUD can be deceiving, unfortunately. And yeah, I mean, we're just winding down here looking for Ruthie. He is Edge 11. I don't think Summer Wind is recognized yet, but sure we will find him at some point. I'm not sure what the play is. I mean, obviously the play is let Gabs bleed out and let Ruthie go for hatch, but I think you'd have to wake up pretty early to full Summer Wind like that. And yeah, we do catch Ruthless out on the edge map here, so pretty devastating way to end it for the survivors of Severance. You know, put in some great results all day, and then you know I guess the fatigue set in right at the end there. The 4K2, but yeah, I mean it's not out of the question we could get a Tycon here, Archie. And, you know, if we do get a 4K2 on the side of Severance. You know what that means? Fuck, Shaq is so high as well, unless it was popped in my... I just got deceived by the HUD. Sorry, by my headset. But yeah, if it does get a 4K2, Archie, that will be the golden chase. So, you know, you never know. You just never know what could happen. And Ancestor's still a Summer Win. Really well played. Definitely star player today, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it goes to show that, you know, even these people that may not have been heard of, there are a lot of great players that don't have their name out there, and, you know, I think, you know, we're going to see on the killer side, I'm not too sure who will be playing killer for Severance, but I think overall it will be either probably V Links or Unsocial, so whoever it is at the end of the day will hopefully give it their best, and we know they will, but it really comes down to their fatigue, like you said. They might just be, you know, mentally exhausted from you know the 2 matches. Because to be fair, they've been called up for a show match, and they've you know been called up with a few hours. So, you know, it is very tough. But props to them, to both teams, of course. But yeah, it is really a battle of fatigue and who's got, you know, less fatigue during the game, and that has a real big effect. So I'm pretty sure we'll take a quick little intermission, a little break, get something to drink, and yeah, we'll be back with you guys very shortly.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our last match of set 3, the Wraith Wreckers Yard, Severance versus Ancestor. If you're just joining us, this is the play-in match for our last spot in Division 2, which will start on Monday, I've tried to go free ball. Yeah, the 29th. I should have just free balled it because I would have been right. That's so upsetting. But yeah, like I said, if you just joined us, it was a 4K2 on the side of Severance Survivors. Pretty devastating considering they've been playing well all day, but Summer Wind put on a performance that only some of the best, could probably do. But yeah, we're gonna have to see if is this? I think it's Ruthless Gem. So Ruthie's gonna have to step up for the second time today on the Wraith of all killers, and try and 4K2 this squad, which it's a rough ask. I'll be completely honest. It's not something that I would ask even the best of killers to do, but I guess we'll just have to really overall wait and see. And beautiful, matches tonight, regardless of whatever happens here. 1 stage, 10 stage, 50 stage. It's just been a great showing of games tonight, and both these teams should be proud of themselves. Also, I should mention as well, the winner of this does go into Division 2. But what happens to the loser? Well, oh my God, we've called out J Cash again here. What happens to the loser? Well, the loser will obviously miss out on Division 2 just for this season. But obviously, Division 2, like I stated earlier, will be a regular thing, a reoccurring thing, I should say. How? When? I don't know. You have to let me figure. You have to let me and Hunter and all the boys figure it out. And Big Chief, you figure it out, and we'll let you know when the time comes. But it will be a regular thing. I promise you that. And we are seeing our first chase on the Summer Wind here. Definitely the star of today's match. Just putting on a show. Get him gone. He's been saying all day. Get him gone. And yeah, no, honestly, it's really upsetting. I'm a bit of a Severance fanboy, to be honest. I'll be honest. I'm a bit of a Chippy fanboy. But yeah, we've just this first tag is coming in so much later than the other tags came in before, and I guess that just speaks. It's the life player as well, Archie. That is devastating. It just speaks to the level of I guess commitment and organization that Ancestor have put themselves through to this, because they did go down. They did look grim for them for a little bit there, and we are seeing Ruthly choose to leave this now. I would like to get Fiji's opinion on this leave, but unfortunately I'm joined by the Big Hasser. So Big Hasser, could you give me what your thoughts on that was?
Look, I think committing the chase a bit too long was definitely a bit of a problem there. But look, it is a very tough win con. When the win con comes down to something like a 4K3, you get nervous because you don't know how well you can actually play to get a result like that. And that's the difficult part. Obviously, all these guys need to do is pop 3 gens, or 4 gens, sorry, and they've done it. So it's realistically for the survivors, it's a lot easier, and it always will be a lot more stressful on a killer player than survivors. There's no doubt about that. No matter the win con, no matter if you're sitting, it's always going to be more stressful. But especially when you have to fight for a win con that is not easy. Fighting is hard enough, but trying to win one is a lot more harder. And I think that's where the nerves start to settle in, and that's where it can get the better of players. And obviously that's one part of DBD is when you're on the killer, you gotta try and control those nerves of yours. And that is something that I'm sure Ruthless Gem is trying to do now, because he knows that he's going to come down right to the wire, and he has to get downs. He has to get his pain res value as much as possible. That's his best bet, and he's going to go check this generator again, and he's going to spot another survivor off guard. And I mean, so far, Jams, how have you seen this one being played? It's sort of like, like I said earlier, ping pong, just hitting survivors and going away, and that's sort of how it's been. How do you see it playing out?
I mean, like I said earlier, Archie, Ancestor survivors just look a lot more organized, in the sense of they are playing more traditional, and as if they've been playing together longer, and it is noticeable. Although Severance have been playing quite well, very well actually, but This just goes to show the level of competition that this whole community has, from OC to SEA all the way over to NEA. In the Western region, this is why OSL is the greatest, because you don't find teams like this just anywhere, mate. We picked, like you said, and this is something we should say, we do slip through there, Ruthie. That's a bit unlucky that we've let that happen. But, like you said, Archie, these two teams woke up. I messaged him and said, get in here, you're show matching for the last spot. And they were just down. They were keen. And they did their pick and bans the next 30 minutes later. And then 2 hours later, here we are. We're in the match, or 3 hours later now. We're, we're at the final stretch. And, Roofley has conceded here. And although those gens have popped in the background, that is the win con done. Ancestor are going through a Division 2, Archie. So really, really, really well played. Really good show of resilience, no pun intended. And yeah, this was just beautiful from them on the Survivor Killer from the Wraith set. Definitely very confident, you can tell, on the Wraith. And yeah, we're just going to see Roofy go for a bit of pressures here. And yeah, not much to do from this point on. He's been battered this game, unfortunately. My king, it happens. It happens to the best. Sometimes they ain't all winners. And unfortunately for Roofy, this one just wasn't a winner. And regardless, they definitely, as a team, should go back and watch that Wraith set, Killer, Survivor, both, and definitely, see what happened, see what went wrong, see how they could have done better here, because you can tell that when they put their minds to it, Severance is that they have the ability to be able to make the adjustments. Played a good Wraith set, played a good Blight set, played a really good Spirit set. And it all came down to the final wire both times, and it's a real shame, like I said, that this was the result of the TB, because I would have loved to see it come down to the wire for yet a third time, because I believe the first set was won by a hook. I believe the second set was won by, well, the first set was won by 2 hooks, 3 hooks. Second set was won by 1 hook, 2 hooks, and then obviously we had the right Wraith TB, but nah, all around good matches. Can't lie, we're going to get 1 stage, 2 stage on the side of Lucy here. Definitely not a good representation of, how we played today. I think he was one of the star players. Meeting a fucking 4K3, 4K2 it's not going to happen on Wraith Wreckers, but well done to Ancestor. That would mean they will be participating in Division 2 Season 1. So that is all for today. Archie, really well played, mate. Any thoughts on today's games?
Look, I'll be so honest. I think both sides had played really well. To their own right. You got to realize a team for both sides getting called up, like Jarms explained earlier. It's not easy. It's a lot of stress, and there's some players that have never performed under the spotlight, and it is very stressful, especially playing even your first game. Even if it's been in a long time, it is stressful, and you do get a bit stressed out. So I think overall, it's been incredibly well played from both sides. I think, on the Blight set, that was incredible. Then we had, obviously, the Spirit set, that was just amazing as well. And obviously the Wraith got the better of Team Severance, but it is unfortunate for Severance. I know they wouldn't, they're definitely probably, seeing where they can, they'll definitely look back at where they've gone wrong in certain situations. But overall, I think it's been an incredible matchup, especially to get to a tiebreaker in a situation like this where you going to a next division is on the line. It's your dream if you love DBD, and that's something that this team would be absolutely wrapped with. So well played to Ancestor. Unfortunate for Team Severance, but yeah, that's about it from me, Jarms. I think overall to get to a tiebreaker in a situation like this is pretty damn good from both sides of the table.
Exactly right, Archie, and you heard it. I will close this out real quick. So, that is obviously the final match. I guess, as you could say, before we head into the actual Division 2. Division 2 will be streamed all throughout on the YouTube, with the grand final being streamed on the Twitch. We have 10 teams. You're able to find all those teams and the groups and the brackets, including the matchups in those brackets, over on the Discord and the challenge / Oceania Sacrificial League. Discord link will be in the description. That's about it for me, bro. Well played to Severance, well played to Ancestor. We'll be back on the 29th, I believe, for a Division 2 match, which, again, will be here. I'm not sure who it'll be. I'm not sure, when it'll be, but we will be here. And, like I said, that's it from me. That's it from Archie. Thanks to everyone who made it happen. Thanks to Severance. Thanks to Ancestor. Well played, Ancestor, as well. Really well played. And, yeah, shout out to everyone who came out and showed love to these two teams. A bit intimidating, I would imagine. But yeah, no, really good support. Like I said, we'll be back. Much love. You know me. I'm Jay. Later, Bolt.